All right, sounds good. So, self-grading exercise and student learning, ownership of their own learning. So, one of the challenges that and I think all of us kind of could agree that we are facing is that we use exams to kind of assess student performance, whether or not they do a good job in their exams because of their stress, because they haven't studied, or because they're like overloaded with a lot of other courses. That's something to question the like how good of a learning assessment tool they are. But one of the like side challenges maybe with exams is that a lot of the times we get students only paying attention to the grade and trying to chase after that A plus. No one really reads the comments or reads the feedback. They're only kind of like, if I can get like 1% extra on this, that would be great. And so I kind of like find it really hard to refocus their attention. And so on that line, there are a lot of like different practices, like not giving an actual numerical grade to the students, just like the feedback that's shared. But again, there is pros and cons. And so what I decided to do in my course, which is a thermodynamics course, and it's taught at the second year level to biomedical engineering students, was that I wanted to get them involved in the grading process. One, to kind of feel a little bit of empathy for the teaching team as they go through their exams. Second, it's a thought-provoking activity, in my opinion, that kind of helps them realize their mistakes and learn from those mistakes while it's fresh in their mind. And so what I did was I kind of generated an optional assignment right after the midterm, and I gave them a week to go ahead based on the solution that's provided to them, go ahead and grade their own work for a 5% extra bonus mark on that same exam. And so it's amazing how that 5% kind of like gets people incentivized to do this. And so a little bit of like reflecting on what I observed and what came out of this was in the beginning the students were very resistant of doing this, so I actually implemented this idea twice in my course, in the same course. And so they were very resistive because it's very hard to kind of like face the reality of you made a mistake and like kind of confess it. Also at the same time, midterm season is like for any other course as well, so they're like so much into, I'm done with this, let's go to the next course and do what we want to do with that one. So it was a little, it was a little hard to get them to buy in initially, but then once I realized the rationale for why I'm doing what I'm doing, they started realizing a little bit of the value. Interestingly, and this is just the data from my last iteration, the current iteration, I still haven't finalized all the data, it overall seems to improve the performance of the students. So if I look at the same topic questions across the different exams, it seems like those who have participated in this activity and they took some ownership for like managing their exams or grading their exam and trying to learn from the mistake, they did a little better in the exam. So my overall observation is that this is actually helping them learn from their mistakes. One big logistical concern was this was done in a class of 120 students, and it was a really huge burden to get their exams back to them. Obviously not the original version, because although this might seem a lazy attempt for me to not do the grading myself, I did grade all of their exams, but I needed to kind of like send them a copy of their exams so that they can also participate. And so this was a little bit of like a time crunch to get the exams and then provide the detailed solution as well for them. But overall, this seems to be a positive experience that I'm hoping to kind of get some feedback on. How would I improve this practice maybe for the future iterations? And also happy to answer any questions if anyone has any questions.
All right, thank you so much. So just like we did last session, what we're going to do is create breakout. Thank you, Yanthan. Create breakout rooms. So you'll see here the number of the room corresponds to the presenter. So Cassandra will be in room 1, Carolyn in room 2, Adam room 3, and Rosa in room 4. Please feel free to hop between rooms and ask any questions as you see fit. And I would ask the presenters to please just stay in your room. And I will stay here if you guys have anything else you want help with, or if you get kicked out of a room and